Once upon a time, in a peaceful forest, there lived a small bird who spent her days soaring through the skies, searching for food to bring back to her nest. One day, after much effort, she found a precious grain. It wasn't just food, it was hope, a symbol of survival for stormy days ahead. But on her way home, the bird accidentally dropped the grain. It slipped into the hollow of a tall tree. The crevice was deep, and no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't reach it. Determined, the little bird flew to the tree and pleaded, "Dear tree, please give me back my grain. It is my food, my effort, my future." But the tree laughed heartily. "Why should I return the grain? It fell on its own. I didn't take it. Leave me alone." Hurt and disappointed, the bird flew off. But she wasn't ready to give up. If the tree wouldn't return it, maybe someone else could help her. She flew to a nearby carpenter and told him everything. "Please cut down that tree. It's taken my grain and refuses to return it." The carpenter looked at her in disbelief. "What are you saying? Cut down an entire tree just for one tiny grain? That's not reasonable." The bird grew even more upset. "Am I being ignored just because I'm small?" she thought. Not willing to give in, she decided to go straight to the king. With great courage, she flew to the palace and addressed His Majesty. "Your Majesty, please punish the carpenter. He refuses to cut down the tree that stole my grain." The king listened patiently, then shook his head. "You traveled all the way here for a grain? This is too trivial. I cannot punish someone for such a small matter." The bird's heart sank. No one was listening. Not the tree, not the carpenter, not even the king. But she wasn't ready to quit. The next morning, she flew to the elephant handler, the man who controlled the king's royal elephant. "Tomorrow, when the king rides the elephant, make sure he falls off," she said. The handler was shocked. "Are you out of your mind? Why would I do that?" The bird told her story again, from the selfish tree to the indifferent carpenter and the dismissive king. She hoped this man would understand, but once again she was met with refusal. "You're asking too much. I will not harm my king over something so small." Now, the bird was burning with frustration, but an idea struck her. She spotted a tiny ant walking on a leaf nearby. She approached. "Ant, can you help me? Please crawl into the elephant's trunk and irritate it. That will force people to pay attention." The ant looked confused. "Why should I do that? Your problem has nothing to do with me." The bird told her story once more, trying to appeal to the ant's sense of justice. But the ant still shook its head. "This is not worth it." Then the bird changed her tone. She had asked politely long enough. "Listen carefully," she said. "I cannot harm the tree, or the carpenter, or the king, or the elephant. But you, I can pick you up with my beak and crush you in an instant. Think carefully." Terrified, the ant quickly agreed. The next morning, the ant crept into the elephant's trunk and began to sting and bite. The elephant panicked, trumpeted wildly, and stomped uncontrollably. The elephant handler ran to the king. The king, alarmed, summoned the carpenter. "Go immediately and cut down that tree. This small matter has turned into a royal disturbance." The carpenter hurried to the tree. But just as he lifted his axe, the tree trembled and shouted, "Wait, wait! I'll return the grain. There's no need to cut me down." The bird flew down and finally reclaimed the precious grain she had lost. Her long struggle had come to an end, not through force, but through wisdom, persistence, and determination. At first glance, this may seem like a simple tale, but it carries a powerful message. So often in life, we feel small, unheard, or powerless. We think, "I don't have strength, I don't have status. What can I possibly do?" But this story reminds us we are never truly powerless. We have something even greater than strength, our minds. The little bird didn't give up when faced with a giant tree, an expert carpenter, a powerful king, or a mighty elephant. She kept thinking, kept trying, kept asking. And eventually, she created a chain reaction, each link in the chain bigger than the last, until justice was done. True strength doesn't always lie in physical power. It lies in resilience, creativity, and the courage to keep going. If you're facing a challenge today and feel like no one hears you, don't give up. Be like the bird. Think smart. Act boldly. Believe that even the smallest spark of determination can ignite great change. You may not be the strongest in the room, But you have something far more powerful: the will to fight for what's right. Even a tiny bird with a grain-sized problem can move a tree, stir an elephant, and awaken a king if she refuses to give up.